question. Do you bleed? Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, 2016, directed by Zack Snyder, starring Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, and Henry Cavill. Now, let's just say this movie is obvious what it's about. It's about the journey and the resolution of Batman vs Superman. Now, let me tell you what I thought about it. Now, when it comes to the story, Batman vs Superman is okay. Now, there's two ways of watching this movie. One as a fan of the series, so a fan of DC, and one as just an individual movie on its own. I think it's easier to enjoy the movie as an individual movie than it is as a fan. There's a couple of reasons for this. One, I'm a Superman fan, so spoilers alert, Superman actually loses, which doesn't make sense because within any of the canon, Superman doesn't lose. The only time he loses is in the Tower of Babel, where Batman takes out all the Justice League, but it's not canon, and it's direct. I think it's written by Frank West, and he hates Superman, so obviously he's going to lose. But that was just like, I was looking at it, I was like, that's not how he would lose. But yeah, okay, you tell me a little bit salty about that. Something that I want to point out with the movie as well is the Martha line. I know that was quite controversial. Why would he say Martha? Now, this is Superman. He's not saying to Bruce Wayne who Clark Kent is. He's not. I don't think that he's saying Martha because he doesn't say mama or mother, does he? Because that's not going to make much sense either. But him saying Martha is saying Martha, like as in Martha's in trouble. That's probably in Thomas' mind. It's covering secret identity. I'm kind of pushing. I'm pushing there that I'm going to give the movie a doubt on that. Overall, the story is okay. There's some really weird things about going on. Like, obviously, them two fighting doesn't really make sense to me. Ben Affleck being how he is doesn't really make sense to me. But to be honest with the story, is what it is. It isn't. I feel like this movie is more about the characters. So let's talk about those. First person we're going to talk about is actually Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. And there's a reason why I want to talk about that. Anyone else watch this think that he was more like a Joker? I don't know. Jesse Eisenberg, to me, he came across like a Joker. Lex Luthor is a professional businessman. He's not a madman. He is obviously a psychopath, but he's not a madman who has all of these twitchy feelings. No. He's not that. He is someone who is cold, calculated, and has a bit of humour to him. And he's big, he's strong. So I'm not too sure I like the casting on this, and I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed him. So again, we get rid of the DC brand. Him within that role was great, but not as Lex Luthor. Next one, Superman. Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill's performance, as per usual, was stellar. But let's be real, he didn't really get any. He was a plot point. He wasn't a character. There was no development for Superman. He was a plot point for Batman and Gal Gadot and Lex Luthor and everyone else. He wasn't really like. It wasn't important. Let's just be real on that. Batman, I'm Batman. Do you bleed? God, some of them write it so good. I would say Ben Affleck's Batman is actually really good and really refreshing. 20 years of crime fighting, and it's scarred him. It's going to do mental damage to him, and it makes sense who he is, and he's really cool. But something that I would point out, the Joker and Suicide Squad, that's meant to be the same time. Or this is after this movie. The Joker's like really young and a gangster. I don't know. This whole DCU just doesn't make sense. As the movie, Batman was awesome. But then I think, oh wait, but the Joker, he's very young. Is that meant to be Todd, maybe? Which is one of Robin's that gets tortured to become the Batman. But not Batman. That becomes the new Joker. Which is a storyline. But I don't think it is. I don't know. When Gal Gadot. Is it Gal Gadot? Am I saying that name wrong? I'm probably saying that name wrong. Now, from what I know, she just done modelling beforehand and some small acting jobs, and then got this big role of Wonder Woman. And I like her. I think she's fine. I know, like, people saying, like, she's meant to be Amazonian woman, she's meant to be big and shit, and brr, but she looks like Wonder Woman, dude. Her face is very Wonder Woman, right? Her body, not so much. But I can move past that. Like, let's be real. This movie's got way more problems than Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. And to us, I think she was very strong. I think she was good at acting. I think her scenes are strong. And she didn't look like a wimp. She held her own. You know what I mean? Like, Batman kept out of the way in the Doomsday fight. That happens. And Doomsday was awesome, by the way. I enjoyed Doomsday. A bit too much CGI for me, but he was awesome. But yeah, I think she was good. I think she was a good contribution to the movie, and I enjoyed that. So there's a couple of things I want to talk about. Like, are they aiming for injustice? Because the Flash comes back and to the Dark Knight goes, he's bad! He's bad! You were right the whole time! So and Lewis is the key. So it looks like they're doing the injustice route where Superman like basically takes over the world and doesn't want criminals to live and kills criminals. Which is it's a morally grey area, really, isn't it? But yeah, I'm not too sure what they're going to do now. I have no clue what they're going to do. I don't know what they're doing with the DCU. None of it really makes sense. There isn't any coherency to it. But the movie on its own, and that's how you got. I don't know how to judge this. Like, the movie on its own is fun. It's an okay movie. It's a good movie. But within the idea of a story larger than this movie, it's bigger than this movie. No, it just doesn't work. The choreography, the endings, I really enjoyed the ending with Batman saving Martha Kent. That was really cool. The fight scenes there were really cool. It's very brutal. I just wish we had a Ben Affleck movie. I really wish we had a Ben Affleck Batman. Because, I don't know, I just really enjoyed him. And like him getting really big and muscly in preparation for Superman was kind of funny because it's like, kind of irrelevant. Maybe it's because obviously it's to carry the heavy armour that he's going to be wearing. And obviously the action scene between him and Superman was cool, but it's not Superman. I don't understand how the choreography was. Batman knew Superman was going to throw him in this direction, in this area. It doesn't make sense. But you can't take it too seriously, because otherwise you're not going to enjoy the movie. This isn't a serious movie. It may present itself as, but it's not. And that's just the fact of the matter. Okay, now we're going to talk about the ending. Big spoiler alert! They bring in Doomsday and they killed Superman. Cool for a movie. Cool for a single movie. But it's not okay for the rest of the series. We haven't had time to love Henry Cavill, okay? Obviously now maybe you've seen him in other movies and you like the actor, but we haven't had time to love this Superman. We haven't had enough time for him to develop. We haven't had enough time. We haven't met enough of his villains. I get they want to push, like, I don't know what they want to do. Actually, no, I'm trying to make an excuse for DC again, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. This is only gonna get better, because I can remember enjoying Wonder Woman, and I can remember enjoying Shazam! And hopefully it gets better. Hopefully they go for the right way, but it was just lost, this vision they had, even extended edition. It was okay, the individual movie, but as a long plot line, overall, so far as all the movies together, there's no coherency, it doesn't make sense, there's loads of plot holes, it's not well thought out. I feel like it was rushed. Now, I don't know if this was DC or the studios trying to make money and trying to rush it and cash in on superheroes, because superheroes will die. They're not going anywhere. Superheroes are more popular than ever. They're only getting more popular. They're ingrained into this generation and the younger generation, and it's only getting more popular. So I don't know the logic behind it. But it's okay. You know, they want to print some money. I think it made its money's back, but obviously they're just putting a bad name on the DC brand. I've been told that the DC TV shows are really good, though, so I'm tempted to give them a watch. We'll see. Okay, we have 3 sections to give a view on. So, number 1, if you're a movie buff, do you need to watch this movie? No. Like, movie buff is like a really, like, for those who don't know, movie buff is a very serious movie watcher who wants to learn and thrive in the culture of movies. But not really good. Not this movie. Is it fun? Yes! It's fun. It's super fun. It's so much fun. Yes. That's what I'm going to say. That's one way to describe a movie. It's fun. I'm dying inside. Superhero genre. Yes, you need to watch it. A showdown between the Batman and Superman. Even though it's not realistic at all. It's not realistic at all. Well, not realistic. I mean, it's not really canon. It doesn't make sense. But it's fun to watch. And as a superhero fan, you'll enjoy it. So yeah, definitely recommend it. Now, the score I'm going to give this is going to be 7 out of 10. I always get the point wrong. A 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is quite reasonable, I think. Not as good as Man of Steel. I think Man of Steel is definitely the best movie so far I've seen. So 7 out of 10. Right, yeah. What do you bleed? Do you bleed? You will. And the Superman flies back and you what? Nothing. Anyway, guys, if you did like this video, it was fun making as per usual. All you got to do is just leave a like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think of the DCU. What do you think should be fixed about it? Hopefully, the more movies I watch, hopefully I see them do some more fixes within the plot. We'll see. But anyway, that's me signing off. Bye-bye.